When LEGO got the Pokemon license, I never thought there would be a set specifically based on the Pokemon TCG, but no, today LEGO Ideas announced a contest where they're asking people to make their own Pokemon TCG card, and the winner will have their project made into a LEGO set. Now this follows very specific rules which are kind of weird. It has to be from this list of what they call fan favorite Pokemon, and there's no shiny or regional variants other than those that are actually listed on this. And yeah, it's a weird selection. Alolan Executor, Normal Arceus, Cerulege, which I'm not even familiar with, I only played up to Gen 5, Chandelure, Darkrai, Dragonite, Garchomp, Gardevoir, Gengar, Giratina, Origin Form, Greninja, Gyarados, Hawlucha, Jigglypuff, Joltik, Lucario, Luxray, Machamp, Meowth, Metagross, Mew, Mewtwo, Ninetales, Rowlet, Tinkaton, Torterra, Toxtricity, Tyranitar, Wailord, and Zoroark. Again, they just say these are fan favorites. I don't really know the correlation between these. There's such a random selection of Pokemon. These aren't even like the most popular. I mean, you know, there's a lot of popular ones, but yeah, head scratcher there. I mean, none of these are any of the 18 plus LEGO Pokemon sets that have released so far, nor are they part of the August 2026 wave that leaked recently. They do have some overlap with the Smart Brick sets that are apparently coming in the summer, if the rumors there are true. We're like, okay, we're getting a Gengar set. Mewtwo as well. And LEGO Idea sets are only 18 plus sets, so does that mean that this list of Pokemon will not be 18 plus sets in the upcoming, say, 2 years or so? The only one that would be made is if it wins this Ideas contest. So that's kind of crazy that we won't get an 18 plus Mewtwo or an 18 plus Mew. I do like some of these a lot. Like Jiggs, one of my favorite Pokemon. Arceus, rules. Gardevoir, who I had a crush on as a kid. I'd love a minifigure Gardevoir, but they actually say no minifigures in the rules here. But yeah, for further rules, they say 400 to 2,500 pieces and no more. They also said that this has to be an original creation of a full art Pokemon card. These are like the full art ones, not the ones that I show in this video that's been playing throughout, which is actually a video from my mom's channel, Just to Mom. So not a replica or recreation of an existing Pokemon TCG card, and they say showcasing your Pokemon in a vibrant and creative way. It could burst through the frame, use the frame as a backdrop, or something we never ever thought of. Very specific. Still, even with all those limitations, I'm curious to see what LEGO mock creators can make. Now, this is like any other LEGO Ideas contest where you could submit up until a specific date. Here, you could submit until the 6th of May 2026. And then apparently the fan vote will be the 28th of May to the 11th of June, which will have 5 builds, which is kind of the expected number. Now, it's interesting what LEGO has been doing recently. It seems like they're really tapping into card games. Ones that were popular in my childhood, but I mean, Pokemon TCG, I think today is even more popular than Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. I'm curious if they'll do Magic the Gathering, which is a very popular card game right now. Plus, you know, owned by Hasbro in a way because it's owned by Wizards of the Coast, which Hasbro owns. So that will be very interesting if they ever do that. But Hasbro and LEGO have been like the best of friends recently. There's so many collabs between the two, even though they're technically competitors. My only connection to the Pokemon TCG is that when I was a kid, my brother used to have them. We had a whole suitcase of them. But the way I connected with it the most was that I played that Pokemon TCG game on Game Boy quite a few times in my life. It's a game that I revisit here and there. So I only really played like with Gen 1 cards. I never played that sequel that was only released in Japan, but they've had some fan translations for. So that's incredibly nostalgic to me. But yeah, beyond that, I never really got into any of the later generations of Pokemon TCG. Of course, like I said, I got into the actual video game generations up until Gen 5. But yeah, I don't have too much else to say with this contest. I'm just really curious to see what full art cards people make. It is interesting that it's not asking for a specific recreation of a full art card. Does that mean that we will have an actual Pokemon trading card included with this set that's made just for this set? Because it's like they're asking you to design a whole new full art card in general, not just in Lego form, but to have it made into a card. But none of that is mentioned, but I think that is what they're aiming at here. There's lots of beautiful full art cards in general, like the Pokemon TCG has great artwork, so I'm curious to see how that turns out and if that will actually become a real card. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this is as surprising and weird of a contest as I do? Nevertheless, I think this is going to be immensely successful for whatever set they choose. Subscribe here for more LEGO news and commentary, and I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.